Hey everybody, so I filmed this video that you're about to watch. I'm filming this now, but I filmed the next bit about 3 hours ago, sort of this morning. A couple of things I wanted to say about this. One, sorry about the noise of this. It keeps clinking all the way through. I'll watch that in other videos. It's a bracelet thingy. I'll talk about that another time. Anyhow, the other thing is, right next to me, I was sitting in a public place, a place called Cheeky Monkey. It's this sort of cafe that I go to. I sit there, it's like a nice open square. You've seen it in other videos. Right next to me, just as I was about to start filming, a woman just came and sat down at the table next to me. Now, I get really nervous about saying this stuff. A lot of this stuff that I'm talking about, God and Holy Spirit and all the rest of it, I've been into this for years, right? It's been my secret, what I'm looking into and what I want to know about, make sense of life. And I don't know what life's about, and I'm looking for these things, but I've not talked to anyone about it apart from my closest friends, because everyone's got all these ideas about it, and this was extremely personal, and it's where I was extremely vulnerable. It really exposed kind of the absolute, I don't know, the weakest part of me. I don't think it's really the weakest part of me. I think it's also where my strength is, because it's where I'm not lying, it's where I'm honest, and I think that, anyhow. But I wanted to guard it. I didn't want people to know. I didn't want them to make fun of it. It was so precious to me. And it's been so much I don't know how to live, and I've been trying to find a way, and I found myself in such difficult situations in life that I really have been looking for a solution and something beautiful and bright, and I didn't want anyone anywhere near that. I don't trust people, you know, apart from very few people. So I don't really want to talk about it. I don't want to look silly. There's also that. I just want to look a bit, although I don't, really deep down, I don't. But anyhow, she sat down there, and that's it, I'm going to stop recording. And there was that voice in me, that familiar voice. Tom, just start talking. Just do it. Anyhow, I'm like, no, I'm going to wait till she's gone. So I'm more relaxed, right? It's like, no, just why not do it now? It might help her. And I'm like, I don't hear this voice, but that's the sense I'm getting. I'm like, it's like, well, look, she's in her life as a tourist on holiday. She was ordering a waffle. She was maybe in her 40s or less. Maybe she likes to hear this. Maybe she's listening to the same stuff you're listening. It's all stuff on Instagram or stuff on Facebook or stuff on whatever, and it's all these people, influencers. Maybe it's nice to hear someone at the next table going on about these sorts of subjects, something a bit real. Maybe she thinks, well, that guy's got it worse than me. Whatever. It'll benefit her in some way, maybe. Just talk. I don't want to, because I'm afraid of doing this, right? I'm afraid of losing control, of people seeing me, of people seeing this, which is who I really am, you know? And there's this thing in the Gospels where they were at the wedding feast of Cana. It's the first time Jesus ever performed a miracle. And they ran out of wine. And Mary, Jesus' mum, sort of says, you know, they say to her, look, these guys have run out of wine. And Mary goes up to Jesus and says, you know, listen, they've run out of wine. As if to say, get on it, do something about it. And he's not done any public miracles yet. And Jesus says, you know, why are you coming to me now? You know, it's not my time yet. You know, why are you doing that? She sort of gives him a look. I don't know what she did, but off he goes. And that's where his first miracle started. She sort of asked him for that as a favor or whatever. She turns back to the people who are in charge of the wine, these big sort of amphoras filled with water, right? Those guys, the stewards or whoever. And what she says to them is, do whatever he tells you. And then she leaves. That's the instruction. Do whatever he tells you. And that sticks in me. And when this sort of thing happens, I'm not talking, I know I just went into that big story about a massive miracle. But when I'm sitting at that table, and there's a woman next to me, and I hear this voice going, just start now, Tom. Just take courage and start talking. Even though she's right next to you and you can hear, start talking. When I want to argue with it, I very deeply, and this has been hundreds of times in my life, I've heard this. Do whatever he tells you. Do whatever he tells you. And but with the sort of trust that if he tells you to do it, it's for the general good. It's for their good, or it's for your good, or it's for both. But it's for the good. It's for the good. These are, you know, listen and do it. And many times I don't want to do it. It's been about forgiving someone, saying sorry to someone, praying for someone in public when I'm going to look like an absolute idiot doing it. Every time there's that thing, do whatever he tells you. And I've done it. It's been good every time. So again, this morning, I just started recording. So you'll see me maybe looking a little, but very quickly after like 20, 30 seconds, it went away and I was just talking normally. And I have no idea if it helped her or not. She left after maybe 7 minutes or so of me talking. At one point, some others came and sat down next to me. And at that point I did pause and I went and got a coffee, realized they only spoke Italian and came back and just carried on. You'll see a cut halfway through. So I sort of did it and then it was too much later on, but I did it, right? I don't know why I say that. I just wanted to put that into context. This is how this video started. So even to make this video that you're watching, there was a grace to make it. So even in the making of it, it was God having to help me, right? And I was praying and I'm trying to do the right thing. I don't know why I mentioned that. Just because I want to explain all these things along the way, right? That this is it's kind of a constant thing unfolding. Anyhow, whatever. Here's the video. Sorry about the clanking thing. I did go to the gym after this video, by the way. Also, when I'm in the gym, something I didn't say is that even when I'm in the gym, right, in case it's not healed instantly, right? Oh no, my back's not healed instantly. Oh, I'm going to the gym. Maybe that's not, what's that? It's not the same as getting healing. Even when I'm in the gym, thank you for the grace from God to want to go to the gym with enthusiasm, and I believe that is something from God as well. And when I'm in the gym, I pray for the ability to enjoy it and to not get into like trying to look tough and all the rest of it, and for it to work. So even when I was on the treadmill walking backwards, I wanted to make it look, because I have to walk backwards on a treadmill and there's people running and I'm doing like no speed whatsoever on a slight incline walking backwards as part of this rehab for my back. All of the exercises I do make me look a little bit stupid, right? So even whilst doing them, I'm praying. I'm going, all right, God, open up my body, let this really work, let all the muscles heal properly. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to invite God into everything. Now listen, now I'm all chirpy, right? This morning I woke up feeling like death, just despondent, discouraged, deflated, just, I don't want to go anywhere. This is what I was actually thinking. There's nowhere on the island I want to go. There's nothing I want to do, no one I want to see, nothing. And then I went and took the dog for a quick walk. And this video that you're going to watch now, and then you've seen the video where I went for the dog walk, and during that dog walk, click, it changed somehow. This video that I'm making now, which I filmed 3 hours ago, and sorry about the clinking again, is about that, the despondency and waking up with it, and that's an ongoing thing, and what do I do with that? What do I do with it? Do I hide it? Do I pretend it's not there? Is that part of this life? How do I deal with it? Anyhow, that's this video, and I'll see you. I'll maybe later on say a prayer for healing, because I want to keep that going, I want to just keep it going as, Anyhow, see you. Hey everybody, so I woke up this morning feeling absolutely terrible, and yesterday, to be honest. I went through the whole day miserable, feeling just sweaty, bloated. Do you remember I was praying for the ability to sleep? I said I had a good night's sleep and stuff, and that was amazing. I was like, yeah, this is amazing, well, maybe it's working. And I sort of keep praying, and I do believe that, because I never have decent dreams, right? They're always bad, and they were good, so I was right to sort of talk about that. But then the next night, terrible, just depressing dreams, woke up after like 5 hours, couldn't get back to sleep, awake, asleep. And I thought, there's a part of me which goes, oh no, it's just like a flash in the pan. The other part goes, whatever, you keep going, you don't, this is a long-term thing, right? It's kind of a life, and the most important part is me kind of getting to know God and not. It used to be that if something went wrong, instantly cursing God, instantly attacking and all the rest of it, and I realise now that that's silly. That's really silly. So there's this source of like life, this person of life, just constantly there, and I don't know, I haven't got the mechanics worked out, right? But for whatever reason, or whatever original sin is, whatever, I'm kind of away from that. I'm just trying to reconnect to that source. And if it doesn't happen like that, I shouldn't just give up and just turn nasty, right? Turn ugly. Because what my belief is that God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, they never change. They're never changing. They're always there, always arms open, always a source of life. But maybe my journey towards that, or my journey to reveal that, or hear that, or whatever, experience it, is all over the place, right? It's all over the place. I woke up this morning, but that doesn't change who God is, right? It's a sign of me and the state I'm in, or the state humanity's in, or the cumulative sin or problems, or whatever, where we find ourselves. So it's pointless for me to start rah, 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 and It's just silly. It's turn back, keep trying to keep that going. I just want to throw a tantrum all the time, right? There's something in me that just, I get disheartened real quick. And I think, if there is an enemy, if there is evil and all the rest of it, it's constantly, just having a go, yeah, this is stupid. What are you doing? This is nuts. Now look at you. Look at you, prayed to sleep and healing dreams. And look at you, rubbish, one night. Now what are you going to tell them? What are you going to say? It's all that sort of thing. Or just give up. It's useless. There is no spiritual realm. There's nothing. It's just psychology. You've messed yourself up. You've got a lot of damage. You're just, psychologically flawed. Go to therapy, maybe, in 20 years' time. So it's constantly this sort of thing. And it's just, it's just like, but you kind of know it by that. It's not a feeling where you've got great hope for it. Right, that's maybe my solution. It's just disconcerting, right? It's just taking the life out of things. It's like it's putting you down, and so maybe not best to listen to. But it's natural in me to sort of throw a tantrum and want to, start watching dark stuff or listening to depressing music or something to sort of lean into the misery of it, And I'm not saying you should be just all the time, but to keep my mind just turning back to the light, turning back to what is lovely, what am I grateful for, what is beautiful, right? Instead of just getting discouraged, basically. But I woke up this morning feeling the same. I woke up just, my back was hurting, my lower back. I said, well, it's not going away. I've got my gym bag though, I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to start slowly. I believe that's the grace of God, even that, to believe that that's possible, to just go, start doing the rehab exercises slowly. To have the sort of energy to do that, the enthusiasm to do it. But I woke up feeling just like, there was a guy, my parents were listening to some guy talking on the TV, a monk, and I just judging him, what is this nonsense, do you know what I mean, just, and everything he was saying, I was like, oh my God, I'm just depressed at it, and I don't want to hear this, oh my God, maybe this is the whole wrong thing, maybe all these spiritual folk and religious folk, they're just depressing people, what am I even doing, just go and live normally like the people who are sort of into cars or into something bright and beautiful. And I start splitting them, right? I start splitting what's sort of fun in life away from what's God. And this is depressing. And this is not what God's showing me. God's showing me that it's all one, right? And to stay with what's lovely, and stay with what's hopeful and beautiful, what you enjoy in life and friendship and your enjoyable hobbies and things which are bright and wonderful. That's all part of it. I don't have to split it like this and believe that and that guy who's on TV, leave him, let God talk to this person as he's talking to him. That's his way, you don't have to do it. I can, keep following the Spirit, keep following what I've found and what's beautiful. But there's so many traps. I just get waylaid and pushed off balance, and it's so easy to confuse me, right? The only thing I can keep doing, and I got this, I talked about that place Medjugorje, right, where there was like the Marian apparitions in Bosnia, and I talked about lovely things that happened, but the other part of it was I saw stuff there, people doing their spiritual practices, which I just considered like, oh my God, what are you doing? What are all these people doing? It was all crazy. There was a lot of like real crazy, heavily, overtly, externally religious ritual stuff, and it scared the life out of me. I thought, what am I doing here? This is all nonsense. But again, even there was this like inner voice going, look, you know us, we've talked to you, you're getting to know us, just disregard it all, do your thing, go for the walks, pray as you pray, get to know us, spend time with us, use this time to spend time, get to know us deeper, just disregard all that stuff which is frightening, don't worry, we already know you. It was a very personal thing, and it's kind of the only thing that got me through that. Otherwise I'd have just given up, I'd have just said, well, this is horrible, do you know what I mean? So I think it's one of the things I really learned in Medjugorje was how to just kind of disregard all the stuff which could be used as a distraction to put you off course, and to how to sort of a bit more stay with that sort of inner thing, or stay with the voice of God, stay with the Holy Spirit, stay with the bit which is kind of guiding me kindly. And you kind of know the voice, or I did a bit, because all these things were happening which were really coincidental, and they were all around kindness or service or generosity or love. And that's where the voice of God was acting, and I was getting all these strange coincidences and things happening, which I'll tell you about. I don't know if I've told you any of them, but it was that, And I was going and I was praying and I was in chapels and I was going to mass and I was doing all of it, and I did this lifelong confession and all the rest of it. But that voice internally was sort of showing me, okay, no, not that, stay with us. And even now there's there's all this stuff which isn't like that, right? So a lot of the stuff I'm hearing now is just, especially around the channel, around making videos, is just discouraging. Like, this isn't going to work. What are you talking about? Spiritual stuff. You've made this up. You've made all of this up as a sort of way to just, make yourself feel a little better because you've wrecked your life and it hasn't gone very well. There's nothing here. There's nothing's going to happen. I'm 48 years old. What's going to happen? What do you think is going to change? Nothing's going to change. You're going to die. You're going to, eventually you'll get old. People will die and you'll be by. There's nothing. You can con yourself. It's like this, constantly. And the other part is going, oh no, that's absolutely not true. Like, there's a lot of truth in those things. I am 48, I am going to get older. It would be nice if I was married. It would be nice if many things were different, right? And I have made loads and loads of mistakes. But that's not the full truth, right? There's this whole other reality which is actually true. The stuff in the Gospels is actually true. Christianity is actually true. There is actually another sphere, right? There is actually a God. There is actually a God that loves us, that loves me. There is the Holy Spirit. There is a spiritual battle going on. They're all sort of real. One will try and convince me that none of that other stuff is real, and just forget about it, just discouraged. And it's I don't know, because I'm not a hugely holy person, or Saint Tom or whatever. So how do I keep going? How do I have a YouTube thing or whatever where I'm talking about this? Me, really? How do I do this? I'm completely imperfect, completely not ascendant master, right? How do you sort of just keep going in a day-to-day way when you do then have bad dreams after you've prayed not to have bad dreams, or the aches and pain don't go away, but you keep going? I'm not going to start saying, right, I'm not going to pray for it anymore. I'm going to give up on that. It's obviously not God's will. I believe God's unchanging, right? He's always there, full of this life, giving out life. My current belief is that I'll just keep going. I'm going to keep going. I don't know what's in the way. I don't know what it is, but I know that voice of discouragement and despondency and depression, all the rest of it, that's not it. That's not it. That's not life. That's not what life sounds like. Life is always an encouraging voice, right? It always leads you to feel better, to feel hopeful, to open, if you've made a mistake, all right, this is the mistake, but here's how we're going to get better. That's the voice of life. It's always, so try and follow that. And I just wanted to say that. This morning I made that video just this morning about meeting that person in the park. And just even that was a little bright spot, meeting someone, talking to them, connecting, and having that thought about how lovely that would be if one day all of us, we get to experience that state of all the people who we now consider strangers, and I just meet them and I walk past them. I don't really care about them. I don't know them enough. I care about the people I love, right? But eventually if we find out that we're all connected to that degree, even more than I love my own family, if there's this real unity of humanity is possible, I think it's already there in us. I think the seeds of that are already there. Deep down, it's already there. There's just all the problems, the fall that we're in, whatever that is. So, and yeah, that was nice this morning, and going for that walk, and I felt a bit better, and my back didn't hurt a little bit. When I got home from the walk, my mum said, I was praying for you whilst you were on your walk. I asked my guardian angel to go and talk to your guardian angel. It seems silly to some people, but the walk was lovely. A little thing jigged me out of, little chance meeting, and then the thoughts which followed it sort of jolted me out of that completely depressing, which I woke up and just miserable, that just something pulling me down, just okay, give up, just that little walk and just meeting someone, then those nice thoughts, and the fact that the dog, it was a nice walk with the dog after that. I had a nice one. I've been not even enjoying walking the dog, just like, it's too hot, I hate it, everything, the weather, it's too hot for, and it went well. And my mum then said she'd been praying for me on the walk, and if we're going to live this, do these little prayers for other people really make a difference? Is it just that little course correction sometimes, that little nudge in the right way to put life back into a situation? So that's what I wanted to talk about. That's why I don't even know if this is a prayer. Maybe not. Maybe I'll pray later on. But I wanted to talk about that a bit. That I think ongoing there's going to be all this sort of imperfection and this kind of opposition or whatever that is, that feeling that, oh man, can I do this? Am I really the right guy to do this? Am I just a hypocrite talking about God or spirituality in any way? And if I'm going to do this, that's going to kind of be there all the time. And I've got to just keep going and stay with what's wonderful. So there we are. Holy Spirit, help us all throughout the day to stay with that voice of you inside, to stay with what's wonderful, to turn again back to that voice, that God, that beauty, that hope, encouragement within, you know, to just keep going as best we can from where I am right now. Not perfectly, but from the little bit I can see of that beauty, to just nurture that, look at it, be grateful for that, focus on that, any little bit. It's not a lot of the time recently I've just been feeling, you know, nothing, just, oh my God, just a slog, you know, everything's wrong. But just to stay with that throughout the day, you know, because it is there, it's always there. So that was it. God bless you. Have a good day.